What's good, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
What's good, everybody? Happy Thursday night. Be on here for a late night live. What's up, TikTok? How y'all feeling?
Yes, man. We're gonna go ahead and get started. What's up, IG? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Husband and wife. Man, we ain't did one of these in a minute, baby, together.
It's been a long time. What's up, y'all? I'm back.
Yes. What's good? What's good, man? It feels good to be, man. This old school right here. You know what I'm saying? This bring us back to we was living in the hood. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I don't. I try to keep that in the past, but I
Well,
just want
listen, for those who may not know us, right? My name is Byron.
And I'm Sharnice, and we're the Mobile Home Elite Investors, the originators, the one and only, the king and queen of mobile home investing. A lot of y'all, honestly, all of y'all would not know about mobile home investing if it wasn't for me and this one right here.
Push the mic all out.
Oh, it's okay. I gotta say that. Mic drop that.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So listen, today we said we want to come on and really just talk about really, one of the key topics for us was how, how do we balance love and business? Right? How do we balance love and business? And so we like, let's go ahead and go live. Let's talk about some things. I know, later on we're gonna talk about a challenge that we having, but we still wanted to be able to, come on here and kind of talk about how we able to balance these things and how we've been able to do this for over 7 years, right? And
Yes.
so, if you got a spouse or you got a partner that, y'all possibly wanted to work together, I think this live is something that you definitely want to tap into. And so again, we broadcasting live from TikTok, we got Instagram, we got YouTube, we got Facebook, we all on a bunch of channels. And like I said, we wanted to hang out with y'all, man, and just talk about this, man. And the replay for this will be available on YouTube. So make sure y'all tap in. So question is, can you really mix love in business, baby? What you think?
I would say you can, but I think it just depends on communication first and foremost. And then also common goals. Like if you and your spouse, y'all both have a common goal in the end, I think it can work. What do you say?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, when it comes to that question, you gotta be fellas, you gotta be willing to put your ego to the side and you gotta decide your roles. That was something even when you starting out. It's something that when I first started, I had a control fallacy. I wanted to control.
You
everything.
still do a little bit. You still do a little bit. You just wanted to control this. You still do a little bit. I'm gonna come on here and be 100% real in myself. So you still do a little bit.
So this your first time in the stew.
Yeah, I am.
You was like, I just want to go and didn't know about the, like with the preparation of what we.
Because I don't care about no preparation. I just want to go and give to the people, right? So y'all see, we are real husband and wife on here. Okay, we really do this.
All right. So with that being said, right?
But you do. But I feel that in the beginning you were way worse. I feel like now you do a great job of just backing up a little bit and allowing my ideas and my thoughts to flourish as well.
Absolutely. I always want you to have your touch on whatever it is, and I'm always like, listen, like whatever it is you want to do, like go for it, right? It don't matter if I wanted to work all the time, but it really don't matter, right? If it don't work, cool, we tried it. If it do work, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If it do work, cool, like we just learned something else, right? And that's the same thing for myself, right? Like just being a risk taker. And I always want you to be a risk taker, So let's talk about somebody. If your first time on this live, put yes on the chat. Put yes in the chat for me. If it's your first time on a live with my wife and I, again, I'm Byron. This is Sharnice, and we make up the Mobile Home Elite Investors.
And then also let us know where y'all checking in from. If you're new, we are from Chicago, but we are living now in Tampa, Florida. So we've been here almost 2 years. but we are born and raised. Our whole lives was in Chicago. So where you guys checking in from?
Yep. Let us know where you're checking in from in the comments. Truly appreciate it. And then also share this with somebody. Share this with somebody. If you got a spouse or something like this, definitely share this live with them. Like, yo, listen, babe, jump on this live. Let's see what they talking about. They talking about working together. So before we get into really to that, right? Like, you want to start off and just let them know kind of like a little bit about our backstory. Like, how do we even start working together?
Ooh, okay, so you take it way back. So no, we started in 2017. Byron was on his entrepreneurial journey. He was trying to do traditional real estate back home in Chicago, and he kind of started sending me stuff, and I was like intrigued, but not really. But I was like, okay, this is my man, so let me just get involved. So so no, in all seriousness, he sent me a podcast, and it just so happened to be on mobile home investing, but he didn't tell me it was on mobile homes. He just sent me the podcast because he was like, hey Shar, you should check this out. So I checked out that podcast. And yeah, when I heard everything they were talking about, like, wow, you can really invest in trailers, like you can flip trailer. Like I never thought about a mobile home as like any type of investment. I just always looked at it as like a trailer park, like trailer home. So it kind of like really helped my mindset to kind of just dispel any like myths and just, things that I felt about mobile homes. So yeah, once I heard that podcast, he came home. I was excited and I was like, babe, I know you're trying to do that real estate and trying to get your building and, your multi-family, but I really think we should go all in on mobile homes because there's nobody else doing this. Like, this is really a niche that we can like really go all in and go crazy in. And from there, we just took off.
Nice. Yeah, no, it was crazy on how, we was able to really just, share our journey. Shout out on Instagram. Some people saying they, got our course early on. I've been rocking with us, been watching some of the videos. So man, it's definitely dope. But just to kind of see, we stuck with a niche. We didn't switch up. We locked in, and that's one of the key things I tell people. Like when you start anything, I don't care whatever it is you do, you gotta lock in. I learned from a mentor before. It's like when you go out and just say, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try. That's exactly what you're gonna do. You're just gonna try it, and then you're gonna keep trying things until you try to find something that that definitely works. But one of the key things I tell people is you just gotta lock in, right? And you can't. It's not overnight success. It's definitely a marathon. You gotta take the lumps, but you learn so many lessons, and that's what makes you good. Like even now, like we've been in the game, going 8 years, but we still make mistakes, right? We're not perfect at this,
and we're still learning because what worked 8 years ago doesn't work today. Okay. So some of y'all still doing things that we probably taught in the beginning when we first even started, our brand, Mobile Home Elite Investors, and that doesn't work today. Like a lot of it does still work, but a lot of it now is different. It's a different ball game.
That's a fact. Let's see. Somebody asked me, when would I be back in Chicago? What's up, Eric? Man, I most likely won't even be back to next year, bro. I ain't gonna I ain't about to get cold back out there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. But we in Florida now. You gotta come see us in Florida.
But yeah, so honestly, let's talk about, when we started, again, we talk about balancing business and love, right? Kind of just as a topic of it. Like we had some struggles early on, right? And let's talk about, our roles, like really trying to get our role. Because at first, remember, we was trying to do everything the same. Like we gonna do it together, and
that don't work. Yeah. Because it's like as partners, is certain strengths that Byron has and there's certain strengths that I have. But I feel that we didn't really learn our strengths until we just kind of fell forward. Like once we start getting out in the field, kind of, talking to park managers and even sellers and buyers, we just kind of learn like, okay, I'm probably more of the one that can close the deal. I'm the marketer. I can market the house. I can get the buyers. And then we kind of found like what your role was.
Yeah. And that was a thing for me, right? Like it was going out, I love being out in the field. So I had loved going and touching, the mobile homes. And I remember even when we was doing, excuse me, when we had our first few rehabs, like I was literally on all the projects all day. Now I ain't gonna lie, one-eye handy guys, I had to pick them up, take them there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I was all there. But at the same time, I was able to see it, right? So I was able to see it, touch it, like painting, and I was, I was in the trenches. And so
yeah, and I that wasn't me at all. Like I like being in the field, but I like the end of it. Like I like to, okay, when is it time to find the buyer? I like to connect with the buyers. I like to put the buyers with the sellers and just kind of build that relationship and then help them to go ahead and close on that process with the park and with the title, DMV, all of that good stuff. Like that's the part that I really, love. But as far as like rehab and nah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then real quick, Eric said, "Are you looking to mentor potential investors?" So I do have 2 spots available. Eric, the best thing I'm gonna show, I'm gonna drop a link for you to be able to fill out a form. So give me before stay on, and I'm gonna drop that link. So again, like I said, I got 2 more spots for this quarter. So man, so like you said, but let's think about this, right? When we first kind of, like I said, we define our roles and everything like that. I think that the biggest thing was, you know what I mean? Like when we got that motion, right? I'll be honest, like for me, I wanted to kind of learn off it. So there'll be times where like you was closing, I'm like, yo, like, dang, baby, like, okay, like I want to do that. But what I had to realize was like, that was your gift. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when I'm trying to talk to him and like, you like, babe, did you follow up with him? Like, oh dang, I ain't even talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep she's Sharni the closer, right? Because that's what she did well. It was like we worked and we were able to really like bounce off each other because man, like again, like if I'd have been like, Sharni said, you want to be at the project from 8 a.m. to 6 at night. You know what I'm saying?
But I would if I needed to. But we just learned in the beginning, like I need to focus on, okay, if you're focusing on getting the home ready for the buyer, I need to focus on the buyer so that we can recoup our money and make our investment back.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact, right? So like, let's talk about, to anybody on here again, just kind of, like when we learned our superpowers, right? For me, like I said, being in the field, talking to sellers, you being able, you was amazing at just nurturing people, right? Like the seller buyers, like I remember, I remember a deal we had, and we had a lady was she was getting a mobile home for her granddaughter and her guy, right? And so we went to 2 DMVs because we were new to that area, do the title transfer. And we were like, dang, we were trying to find things. And like, I remember you was able to like convince the lady because her daughter had to go to work. And you was just like, hey, that's okay. She can come with us. We'll take care of her. And I remember the lady was like, y'all not gonna kidnap me, is you?
I was like, no, Miss So-and-so, of course not. I'm like, come on, girl, come on in here. And then we just had a good time. But I think that's all it is. Like when you're dealing just with people in general, you have to show your personality. You have to be nurturing. You have to show that you care because nobody's going to want to buy from somebody that's mean or is that's not welcoming. It's just customer, I'm big on customer service too. So, you want to show. And then too, we're in an affordable housing sector. So at the time, her granddaughter really needed a place to stay. So that's what we provided for her.
No, that's a fact, right? And I remember, like I said, doing that conversation, like you just made her feel so comfortable. And we all, we were joking around with her, but by then she was just like, giving us our blessings and love.
And that was one of our first deals. So we really, like, again, talk about fail forward. We really did not know what we were doing. Like, we didn't know that only certain DMVs, and that's back again, if you're new, we are from Chicago. So that's back when we were in Illinois. Only certain DMVs in Illinois at the time did the actual manufactured home title transfer. So we didn't know that because this was one of our first deals. So she was even, we was also transparent because we explained that, this is, our first time kind of handling a transaction like this. And she was just like welcoming. She was understanding, like it wasn't any negativity on her end, like, oh, well, they don't know what they doing. And it was none of that. Like, she understood, but I think because we were upfront from the beginning.
No, that's real. Yeah. We didn't like that's the thing. Like, and I get it. Like sometimes like I'll say this, sometimes when we doing something right, especially when we new to it, we want to make it seem like we know everything, right? Because we don't want nobody to feel like, oh, we feel like we need to take advantage of it. We don't know what we're doing. But when you open and transparent, especially when it comes to a real estate deal, like, yo, this is my first deal or things like that. People are a little bit like on rookies. People are they're gonna take their guards down. Like, okay, cool. I know that you may make some mistakes, right? But if you come in there thinking you missed it, like I know everything and you don't, and then you start talking, people know like. I
told her, like, auntie, we learning together. Okay. We learning together. And she, she was winning. That was just one of our first deals, but we learned a lot from that deal. And then from that deal, we got better for the next deal. So I think, I know we're talking about us, but I think, just to kind of give back to the people, I feel like that's where a lot of students just get held up at. Yeah. They can't get past that first deal, or the first deal just doesn't go the way that they expect it to go. And then now they're either like falling back from mobile home investing, or they're getting discouraged from moving forward instead of allowing that deal to help them be better on the next deal.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. And so that's kind of like, again, like how we, a little bit of backstory on us, right? I mean, honestly, once we meshed, like, again, our superpowers, we was able to scale fast, right? We was able to scale fast. And the reason we were able to scale fast, for one, because we were relationship building, right? Both of us, I will say, we're good at building relationships. But again, as I was going to parks and, talking to park managers and talking to sellers, she was still, she was nurturing her buyers, the people that when we did post she may have a few buyers in the pipeline. Like, they was even, I remember you had buyers at times considering, like, we would have a deal in Indiana. Like, well, hey, I do have a home in Indiana. It's like, how far in Indiana? You know what I'm saying? Like, they was considering, this was like Northwest Illinois. So, and I'll be even to the point when we moved down here to Florida. I remember that first deal we had. Again, I'm just gonna say Buddy. I'm gonna say for purposes, Buddy and what's Cocoa Beach.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say Largo.
Cocoa Beach, the Cocoa Beach deal, right? We moved down here, right? Totally different game. Again, like, we vets in the game, but Florida does things different when it comes to the process of title transfer and things like that, fees, taxes. And so even there, right, like, he was just, again, from the seller to the buyer, like, everybody you talk to, again.
And that was a deal that I got from a relationship that we built from a wholesaler. So that was a deal I got under contract just from having an initial conversation with him on the phone. Facts. I just wanted to point that out. So again, I think that just goes back to showing your personality, being bubbly, being nurturing. Like, I just talked to him on the phone for 10 minutes and he was willing to sign a contract. And that was just based on me not only showing my experience, but also really showing him that I was really trying to help him in his situation.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So real quick roll call. Where you checking in from? We want to check in with the artists. Let me just know where you checking in from. Man, I appreciate you. Shout out Miss Ness, had commented Kickstart on Instagram.
And while they are letting us know where they're checking in from, I think let's take a quick break so we can talk about what we have coming up on September 15th through the 19th.
Absolutely. Real quick, shout out Derek, man, one of our elite squad that's out here doing it big. What's up,
Derek?
All right, so September 15th through the 19th, we're hosting a 5-day Kickstart challenge. We're bringing it back, right? We're bringing it back to the basics. We're bringing it back to people who, if you want to get started in this industry and learn the steps on how to make extra income, or, do this part-time, full-time, to be able to, whatever your number is, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, depending on how much time you can put into it. But the step-by-step, in literally 5 days with Sharnice and I, we got a challenge, and we're challenging you because we want to help you get your first deal, right? And give you the tools to get all the information within 5 days, right?
Yes. So you're going to be spending 5 days with Byron and I. And when you purchase, well, first of all, let me talk about we doing all this. We could be charging thousands of dollars for this, right? Because we are them ones in mobile home investing, right? See, I'm back on him. My husband, he not gonna big himself up, but I'm gonna big him up for y'all. Like he that one, I'm that one. But we could be charging thousands of dollars, but we are doing this because we love y'all. We love to help. We love the people. Again, we've been doing this for almost 10 years and we still are just giving, giving, giving. So we are doing this for $47, less than $50 to learn how you can make thousands of dollars in this industry. Like, it's a no-brainer. So $47, you get everything my husband said, and you get bonuses when you do register. You will immediately get our deal analyzer spreadsheet. So the same spreadsheet that Byron and I use to analyze deals when they come across our desk. And then also what the buyer script. So you're getting our scripts on what I say, what we both say, when we talk to buyers. So man, absolutely. Tap in, y'all. Cause I don't know if we doing this again. Like we give, but we just really been in like a giving spirit lately. So, I don't know if we doing this again. So this is a time, if you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines and you like, listen, I don't tap in. I don't know if you're going to get 5 days with us again. Y'all know we got a 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old. Y'all know if you're going to get 5 days with us again. But if you've been on the sidelines, come on in.
Facts. Listen, on Instagram, all you gotta do is comment Kickstart.
Yes.
I just put the links on Facebook and YouTube, and then TikTok. Just click the link in our bio.
Yes.
Awesome. So, man, listen, that was a good segue, right, into balancing, right? Like, how do we were able to balance? Like you said, boom, we got almost a 2-year-old.
Right. So again, we started this. We was just boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Yes. Like, people don't know our story, babe. That's what I'm saying. We gotta really take them on a journey, right? Because we ain't always been married. We haven't always had Brielle. That's our daughter. We haven't always had our baby girl.
That's a fact. So yeah, maybe honestly, you look back at it like, listen, y'all, if whoever said you can't find the love in the club, he was wrong. He was wrong. Okay. We proof that you can find love in the club. Okay. No. But
the good old days.
But listen, like, seriously, y'all, like we met, honestly, funny thing, both outside.
Just outside.
And I wasn't even supposed to go. I had to work at like 5 a.m.
I wasn't go either because I was irritated.
4th of July. And again, it was funny. My
4th of July, 2016.
Yeah. My buddy's wife had challenged me. She like we was on the wood or something. Like, you ain't got no numbers yet. I'm like, dang, like, I came out for y'all because they was in town from New York, and I'm just like, man, you know what? And I seen this PYT over the road. You know what I'm saying? I went ahead and put my, and smiled, and she smiled back. Fellas, you get that smile back, you gotta go say something. And again, like, when we connected, we just connected. We connected something tough, and
we've always been friends first.
Absolutely.
We're always friends first, besties for the resties. And then, of course, love, and then everything else came in. But I think because we had such a dope friendship in the beginning and we just used to talk about so much stuff, we got to really know each other. I think that's how it was easy to transition, even when we, got into a relationship, but to say like, hey, let's do business together. Because a lot of the things that even before we started doing mobile homes, we always was like just brainstorming business ideas with each other, even before mobile home investing.
Thanks. No, that was right. I remember, like you said, when you first met me, you thought I was crazy because I had these wild dreams.
Yeah, I was like, this man is nuts. I was like, he is nuts. I don't know what he's talking about. It is unbelievable, some of the stuff he used to tell me, like, huh?
$1 billion dreams, baby.
Huh?
Dreams.
What? You just don't want to not like, what are we doing?
So again, like, a lot of y'all, if y'all been following on the journey, y'all been seeing us like from, again, being boyfriend and girlfriend to being engaged to being married to having a child. Like, y'all saw that, like, honestly. And, again, that was something, putting our business out, or, again, and again, it's real, right? Like, what you see is if you ever met us in person, like, this is who we are. I mean, this is who we are, like just genuinely, right?
Yeah, online and offline. Anybody can always say about Byron and Sharnice is that we are the same online and offline. We're gonna be authentically ourselves. Like you're not gonna get anything different from us. So, and I think that's why we've been able to sustain even our brand for this long, because people just know how genuine we are.
No, facts. And so that kind of comes up, like I said, that next talking point was just like the balance, right? Being able to balance, everything. And I think that one of the key things is just communicating, right? Communicating that what we need, right? Because here's the thing, right? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Owning a business, because I think that entrepreneurship, you talk about generational wealth and those things, some of the cliche things, but it ain't easy.
It's not at all, easy. Especially not inflation. It's just a very difficult time right now.
Right. And a lot of times, here's the thing. Here's the reality. I'm gonna say one of the realest things that I can tell you. A lot of times, right, when we think about like, man, I want to quit my 9 to 5. I want to quit my job. I want to be my own boss and things like that. The reality is, if you work somewhere that you're getting micromanaged right now, this is what I want to tell you. If somebody's micromanaging, or you don't quote unquote like your manager, or you have certain things to hit right now and you don't like those things, one thing best advice I could tell you right now is you need to embrace those things. And why I'm gonna tell you to embrace it, if you have structure right now, if you become an entrepreneur and you don't have no structure, good luck. Good luck. You need structure. So the best thing I can tell you right now, if quote unquote, if leaving a 9 to 5, or if you have dreams of owning your own business and scaling your own business, one of the key things is you need to look at, for one, how is my company running? You need to start studying your company, especially your company is successful. What's the structure like? What are the departments like? What do I like about my company? What I don't like about? Okay, cool. This is what I do well. Who can if I'm building something up, being a solopreneur, of course, AI has a lot of different, a lot of different tools that can help in your business. But the thing about it is, you need to take those lessons, because a lot of times you're like, oh, I just want to say something crazy to me. No, you're doing something. That's why they're saying something to you.
So or you're not doing something.
Right. So or you're lazy not doing at work, how you gonna be
right?
Who gonna really get on you to do your job in your business? And so, yes, here's the beautiful thing about it. There are a lot of, again, I'm blessed to say that we've been able to be a vessel to share how to do mobile home investing. But the percentage of people that we teach that are actually doing this be funny to me. A lot of people ask, well, not a lot of people. Some people ask, well, how many successful people do y'all have? Or, or how long would it take me to get my first deal? Or how long would it take me to get money? And when I hear that, I already know you're setting yourself up for failure, because you think that my words are going. No, my words plus your action.
Because again, we've been doing this since we started the brand in 2018. We've been doing this since 2017, but we've had thousands of students complete a deal, but that doesn't mean that they stopped their 9 to 5 or they stopped any other business venture that they were doing in order to continue to do mobile home investing. Because I think people see other people's wins and they think that their win is going to be easy or the same process of what they saw someone else do. And that's not the case. Like, your process in mobile home investing is going to be your process. So again, it can either make you or it can break you, and it can break you away. But that's why you have us, right, to help you stay on track with it.
Absolutely. Shout out Patrick, man. Patrick, he said, what's good, family? I'm new to this channel. I'm a truck driver in South Georgia and North.
Hey, Patrick.
Looking for a way out the semi truck. I understand. Like I said, we're looking for a way out. But one thing I'm going to tell you, your new job, which will be within your company, you're going to work harder. And the only way you can do it ain't about the grind, but you have to be able to work smarter, and you have to be willing to, having mentors like myself and my wife, to be able to follow the directions. Because the biggest thing, some people just go off, and if it goes to balancing, right? I can say, watch this. I can say sometimes in a role where if I wasn't necessarily doing my role, right, or if I was trying to kind of step into your role, what I was doing was I was putting a crutch on what I was supposed to be doing, and now I'm trying to be because what you're doing seems like it's easy. You make it look easier, but that's your superpower. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's just we always gonna keep it real with you.
Yes, Patrick. But Patrick, if you want to tap in with us, Click that link that Byron just posted. Come join us in the challenge. I know you said you knew, but it's only $47. We're going to be talking about all things mobile homes. So you definitely are going to be able to learn something in a lot of different ways on how you can make additional income with mobile homes.
Absolutely. And so, again, we kind of talk about just really balancing, like time management is the really how you balance anything, right? Like work, like honestly, not to say we don't have work-life balance. We've had times where, in the past, we'd be like, hey, listen, let's not bring business in the bedroom, right? When it's time to go to bed, let's time to go to bed.
I feel like it's just, I feel like before we had our daughter, I feel like, that was an issue that, we definitely worked through, but we be tired now. Like it's just having a toddler parenting is a lot. So I feel like we've just even learned how to not only just balance like the business and marriage, but now we got to balance the business, marriage, and our daughter.
Watch this. Put shout out all the parents on here. Let me know if you're a parent on here. Put yes in the chat if you're a parent.
Okay, because look, I haven't been on live in a couple of years. Why? Because I've been with our baby girl in the background.
Absolutely. Let me know if you're a parent on here. Put yes in the chat. I see yes. Now watch this. I'm about to Eric said yes from YouTube. Let's see. Jay on Instagram.
How do you know? So is this gonna be like if they talking? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Shout out, what up, Convenient Cash Flow? Yes. KJ Mitch, yes. So the parents,
this mama be tired. Yeah, hey, okay. Say I'm tired, boss. Yes, I be tired. Yeah, okay.
Now watch this. They don't watch this. Our daughter, for the first 2 years of her life, been at home with us. No daycare. Okay. No daycare. And here's the thing: it's not the same, but I can say
daycare is like another mortgage. I just refuse. I'm just being cheap. I don't know. I refuse to be paying people thousands. I don't know what you're doing. What is she doing all day for this amount of money? Like, no, I'm sorry. So she will be at home until I just am ready to just, drop them bands or, she in pre-K.
We see our daughter all day, 24/7. And don't get me wrong, I had to clear. I was like, as a father, I want to be with my child the first 2 years of my life. Right. I did say that. Right.
But also, Byron and I just be doing crazy. Well, it wasn't crazy, but looking back on it, we also moved when our daughter was only 3 months.
No help.
With no help down to Florida. Because I just felt like if we didn't do it then, we never was going to do it because we have so much help at home. I felt like we were going to just be stuck a little bit. Like we were going to just be used to that and we were going to experience something new. And we've been in Chicago our whole lives and I just wanted something different. So that's a little bit of it too. I like to get on here and be transparent, but yeah, that's a little bit of it too. Man, oh wow, triplets!
Man, that's what's up.
Okay, because I know you're not paying 3 times the daycare fee. Okay, listen, I understand.
Real quick, I want to say hello. What if you're going through a bankruptcy? How do you start over? Lolly, I appreciate this. I'm gonna answer this real quick before we get to our next thing, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going through a bankruptcy, the best thing I would tell you to start off doing is wholesaling. Mm-hmm. It's wholesaling, right? And here's the thing, right? The reason I say wholesaling, you get to act like you're the middleman, right? So you don't necessarily have to, you don't have to buy anything really. You know what I mean? You're not really, you can start, you have to invest in your marketing as you grow. Like you can, here's the thing, doing deals with no money down and things, can it be done? Absolutely. It's a hustle. But I would tell you to reinvest. And the biggest thing is leads, right? Lead generation. I just did a video early on YouTube showing a way to how you just send 30 leads a day, right? Software. And so something like that, I would tell you, if you're going through bankruptcy and you don't necessarily have, you have access to credit, then I would tell you to begin wholesaling. And what wholesaling allows you to do is to, again, if you put the work in, now you can start getting some nice lump sums of money to start building up your capital to eventually, fix and flipping things to even start to, make larger sums of money. So that's one of the things I would definitely, tell you to do.
No, that's good. I was trying to see. I thought somebody. Okay.
Yeah. Pat, he said, I find this interesting because my great grandfather and his brother each had their own farms and trailer parks in South Georgia.
That's what's up.
Boy, I'm curious to see how it works. Oh man, Listen, if they still, I mean, if y'all still got that in the family, y'all sitting on M's. That's what I'm saying. You're sitting on M's. You know what I'm saying? So man, but so here's the thing, right? I know we kind of talked about, today this topic as we've been kind of talking about things is how do you balance love and business, right? We just got kind of talking about, with the um as far as, having our daughter. And one thing, for myself and, my wife, like I said, my daughter's getting older, but I would tell, like, shout out my wife really for taking, the full role of motherhood on, right? And just saying, look, babe, like you go, you make some money, and I'm gonna go ahead and hold the baby down. And one thing I loved about it was she was still like wholesaling, doing virtual wholesaling, kind of like as a side hustle. Like, you know what? Like, hey, I still want to do something. Hey, you know what? Three to five. Can you watch the baby? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close these deals. And I'm like, yo, bet, right? And was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Doing it and just kind of doing it for the things. And so, allowing me to just kind of just step in. And I know, like somebody has said, shout out, somebody said, I've been watching out since 2018. It's my first time tuning in since 2018. So I know some of you all didn't really see us together. Y'all like, man, I'm like them, right? But a lot of times y'all saw me and you're like, oh, yeah, there go him again. But
if his mom's on here, you think you are prepared for motherhood. You can watch all the TikToks and the videos and, you can get all the advice, but when that baby comes, it just completely changes your whole entire life. So it's taken me a while even to just feel like myself again. And I thank God that I feel like myself again. Like I'm back, like I'm here, I'm back. But it takes a while for that as a new mom, and then moving away from my own mom, right? And that support system of even becoming a new mom. Like it was just a lot mentally, but we made it through. We here.
Yeah, and shout out having 5 mobile home parks to make life a little easier.
Right. Shout that out too. Right. Shout that out too. Yes, it does make life a little bit easier. Yeah.
So, with that being said, right, kind of just like I said, I say that to say that balance of, for what we do and then still making time for us, right? Husband and wife time. Now, one thing we will say was, right, it took us a while to trust babysitters. Right, it took us.
I just like,
right, we just got a babysitter.
We just got a babysitter. People be like, y'all don't have no babysitter down there. I'm like, they can't watch my baby. Like, I don't know them. I need to do a full background check and all of that. Like,
Right.
But we found us a babysitter, And then I will say, both of our parents come down a lot to help, so it does help. But I'm just speaking on when you talked about like why they haven't saw me, because I know it's a lot of moms on here that can just relate to just, postpartum, not feeling like yourself, like trying to still be that boss, but just like trying to figure life out, being a mom, a wife, business, the household, like it's a lot, but we get it done.
Right. Shout out, man. Shout out my guy Derek, man. Again, South Carolina.
Yes.
Some amazing things, man. Shout out Lee Squad. Man, again, and like I said, glad we found somebody we can trust. Now, seriously, right?
Yes, that is.
Hey, we said if y'all used to follow us, we do date night every Friday.
Every Friday we was posting a video. Yes,
I would say our daughter right now has probably been on 65 date nights.
It's just different, But like I was just telling my mom, I think yesterday, like she's only gonna be this age for so long, right. So I just take it all in because eventually she ain't gonna want to do with us anyway. Like she don't want nothing to do with us. So I just take it all in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like this is, man, it's funny to say co-founder, but we the founders. I'm so used to having it by itself that it got automatically say, watch this. You say co-founder.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what you talking about? I thought I was looking over here.
That's
okay.
But again, if you just jumped on, my name, I'm Byron. This is Sharnice, and we the Mobile Home Elite Investors. And man, listen, y'all, like this is something we've been on here talking about. How do you balance, love and business? And we can kind of talk about how we've been able to balance. So let me ask somebody. Let me ask the audience. I want to ask y'all while we on here. Has anybody on here work with their spouse or their
Oh,
partner
that's
before?
a good question. That's
And
a good
how
question.
did it go? Anybody on
Mhm.
here put yes or no in the chat. Have anybody on here ever worked with their spouse? And if so, how did it go?
That's a good question.
All right, I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Mhm.
Put it on the screen.
And if you see us looking back and forth, we got multiple things going on right now. We got TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We all over the place.
Let's see. Let us know in the comments.
No, B. Why? Okay, so why? I want to know why. Why is it no, B? Like why?
Let's see. I said I bought 5 mobile homes 2 weeks ago. What's the best strategy to renovate with little money out of pocket? Oh, so Miles, you got to jump on this challenge.
Yeah, you
jump
do.
on this challenge. Comment,
but
Kickstarter.
shout out you, Miles, for purchasing 5 mobile homes. So that's what's up.
So Miles, what I'm gonna tell you right now is my best advice. Because you saying how to renovate, don't renovate them. Sell them as is, but sell them more than what you bought them for. So, for example, let's say you bought out of 5. I'm just saying throwing hypothetical numbers. Let's say you paid $5,000 a piece. Sell them for $7,500 a piece. Mm-hmm. Sell them for $7,500 a pop. Go get your money, then go back and buy something and renovate it, right? Or sell 2 for and see whatever sell 2 or so for, or 2 or 3 for whatever the cost of possibly 2 will cost of rehab, and then renovate those 2, and then that way you can get some larger margins.
Nice.
All right. So my boss, they're a married couple, and from what I see, it takes balance and delegating, understanding each other. Props to y'all. No, I appreciate that.
No,
T Sloan, what's up? What's up? All right, so we both work at home. Yes, that's how we met. We both work at home together. Okay.
No, that's what's
up.
That's
dope. That's dope. Anybody else? I see the question. I know Instagram may be a little bit smaller because I know the way it is, but who on here has tried working with their spouse or partner, and how did it go? And Derek said she bossy.
Yeah, I've learned how to no, first of all, you way more bossy than me. Sure, we gotta do it like this, it gotta be like this and like this and like this. Like that Virgo. Hey, listen. That Virgo. Listen. That Virgo. Okay, way more bossy. But I've calmed down a lot. I'm just
direct, that's all. I don't even be like bossy like that. I just be like, you know me, I like you said, the Virgo. So
you like perfection, and I'm just like, let's just do it. Like, okay.
What's up, TikTok? How you feeling?
Oh, hey, TikTok. Finally, I'm like, how does this work? This is my first time on TikTok live.
Live on TikTok, so don't get that
I know, but look at this. Okay. Right.
Y'all showing love on TikTok. Okay. I'm like, IG, with them like buttons, baby. Okay. We all at. Make us feel good. No, I'll just mess with y'all. Said, can you please share a high-level overview of what I will learn from a 5-day Kickstarter I will be purchasing? So you said, as far as that's a good question. A high level. So the thing we're gonna tell you in 5 days, not only gonna know how to find deals, how to analyze your deals. For example, like what you're doing now, needing to know how to analyze, how to find your handyman, how to leverage AI to really break down your deals,
how to leverage AI to find deals,
how to close deals, how to talk to park managers, how to
talk to buyers.
Yeah, we're going over a lot.
Everything, A to Z. Everything you need to know in order to be successful in mobile home investing, you will learn in 5 days.
5 days. But you gotta be there. All right. And men think they always right. Don't listen.
Hey. Definitely don't. Sis, definitely don't listen. Now you listen a little. You do listen. Let me stop. My husband listens, y'all, but he definitely think he right. And that ego, that male ego, but
okay.
What you got to say?
I don't want no smoke.
Okay, you don't want no smoke.
You got it.
Exactly, y'all. You got it. All right, he know. He know.
All right. So let's talk about the fun side, right? Again, like balancing love,
don't
business.
You love me being back?
I do though. I really do. I miss you so much.
Mm.
Just being able to, because I just be talking, I be talking, and I don't say my problem. I just teach, and
No,
I get
that
it.
is your problem. And I'm like, no, we need to just talk to the people so they can know like we real, we just like them.
That's a fact. That's a fact, right? So it's good to having a partner in crime on here. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony. It feels good. We gonna leave it there.
Okay.
All right, but no. So like the fun side, like again, we able to have fun. I'll say this, like the funny thing about it, we both have different senses of humor, but we have at the same time, and we have the same sense of humor.
Yeah, we do, which is so crazy. We're alike in a lot of ways, which is crazy.
And what the young folks say, hey, twin.
Right.
Right. And so, I think that a lot of times is the balance of being able to have fun. I would say this before Sharnice, especially when I started really locking in on like entrepreneurship, business, I ain't believe in fun. I ain't gonna lie to you because I felt like the only way I was gonna have fun, I had to be rich to have fun. And she was able to kind of like lighten the mood, like, yo, relax. Like you can still go have some fun. You don't need to just be this super driven, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right, because I just gave you a fun weekend for your birthday. What would life be without Sharnice?
I like the same places.
Okay.
York, LA, Vegas. Like
I'll be really turning your life up. I love that for us.
For real. So like the fun, like even like honestly, like we would go, she would get like, let's go to Dave and Buster's and stuff like that, right? Like let's go play some games, and we would play Uno in the house and connect four. And so like being able to have the fun, right? Like for me, that's a good balance because sometimes at one point, like she's telling me, like all you do is talk about business. Like everything is just
so
like,
annoying.
Can you talk about anything else? Like at one point, fellas, I put sports to the side. Like, man, listen, I don't care about no basketball, no football, and I'm a basketball head, like you know what I'm saying. But I had went so, and she helped me. She bought us tickets to we was living in Chicago. Bought us tickets to the Bulls game. So like just different things to kind of make me see like Byron, you have to have fun. Life is short. And
yes, I'm like business. So let me say this: when you are starting out, I feel like men and women. I feel like men and women, you kind of feel like you have to go 100%, which you do have to go 100%, but you still can't forget who you are either. You still have to have some fun. You have to live life. Thank you so much. But you still have to live life. So I feel that I kind of brought that balance to you because I feel like even when I first met you, I'm just like, okay, this is cool, but let's go do something. Like, I'm going to be in a house with you talking about this all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's balance. It's time for that. I am going to talk to you about it because I just saw how driven you were. And as a partner, you want to feed off your partner's energy and just, where can I tap in? Where can I help you? But we still going to have fun.
That's real. And that definitely helped me though. So like real quick, while we talk about that, like just some quick little fun. Let's do some Q&A, right? Let's do some Q&A. Any questions that y'all got for me and Sharnice about our relationship, how we work together?
Hey, look at TikTok. They loving us on TikTok. Hey, TikTok.
Shout out TikTok, man. Showing all that love, man.
Hey, TikTok.
Definitely appreciate. I don't even know how this works, but
I don't either, because that's why I'm like, I don't know how this works. This is my first time on TikTok. But TikTok, make sure y'all clicking the link in the bio because y'all loving us. Come join us in this challenge. Only $47.
I gotta get IG some love. IG the most engaging right now.
Yeah, IG is the most engaging.
YouTube, y'all doing Facebook. Derek hold it down for Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But like any questions y'all got for us. And so like just a little, why y'all putting them questions, kind of ask us about us or how we work together. Any questions you have about just in general working with a spouse, definitely ask that. But if you had to say who was the risk taker between me and you?
Oh, you are. You are. You are. I don't take risk. I take risk. So how I talk about how I help you have fun. You help me to take risks. I'm a scaredy cat. Okay. I don't even get on roller coasters. Like, be for real. I'm not doing none of that excursions and all that. Like, you help me to be like, okay, if you're gonna do it, I guess I will.
Okay. So let's ask the audience that question, right? I'm gonna ask the audience. I know if y'all have a question. The next question I want the audience, right? Again, let me put our names up here so y'all can see it. But I want to ask the audience, who do you think is more organized, Byron or Sharnice? Who do y'all think is more organized? Put in the comments, Byron or Sharnice. Who do you think is more organized, Byron or Sharnice? Put in the comments. I want to know, who do y'all think? I want to put it on y'all. Who do y'all think is more
any
organized?
man organized? Okay, be for real. BFFR. Be for real. Is any man really organized? Like, let's see what the chat say. They know who to say. Y'all know who to say. Exactly. And is any man organized?
Is any man organized?
Y'all be having a little organization,
do I need to screen my notes folder right now? Or
it ain't about no. It ain't about no notes. I don't even need a note. It's in my. It's in my head. I don't even need a note. I can have a note, but I'm so organized because my brain is not one track, so I can think about multiple things at one time. Can you? Wait, look how slow.
I was back on there because it'd be a delay on Instagram.
Okay.
Y'all, I keep the calendar on deck, have my notes on deck, clothes organized, color coordinated, in the closet.
Matt, but where you get that idea from?
Color coordinated?
Yes, my side was color coordinated before. You was like, oh, Shar, I'm gonna do mine just like that. Exactly. So I'm on here now. You ain't.
I would have my jeans and I would have my, my hoodies. I would have everything together: long sleeve, short sleeve, jerseys, and things like that.
But where did you get that idea from?
I got a review.
Yes. Oh, but you're gonna try to play me because we on here. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. You're gonna try to play me because we on here with the people, but you got that from me.
IG didn't even want to answer. They just laughing at us.
Okay, because they know they don't have to say. They know I'm more organized. You think you're more organized than me?
Yes. I'm more organized than you.
Yes. I'll let you have that, okay? Because you'll forget your head off your body. Okay, I'll let you have that, Byron. I'll let you have that, okay?
All right. Okay. So, with that being said,
organized, please.
So here's the thing. We sharing this because we know that a lot of y'all want to build something, whether it's with a partner, family member, or even you want to do something solo. And we honestly get it though, without systems, all right, it can get very overwhelming. Right. And it get overwhelming really fast. And so again, that's why we kind of talked about, how we kind of balance, our life. And trust me, we can talk a whole lot more about those things. But when it comes to business, right, and balancing, especially in the real estate, right, one thing that mobile home investing did, it gave us balance. It gave us something to focus on. It gave us, again, it took us years, but it helped us to, one, identify good deals. Two, it helped us to, again, make income and be able to, if we needed $5,000, $10,000 to be like, all right, cool. Like, we know we can go flip this mobile home and go get that. You know what I'm saying? While at the same time, it gave us a good balance because it allowed us to now go have fun and see the world, right? We were able to go a lot of places in the world because of mobile homes. And so it balanced us. Go ahead.
And I just want to hop in because you were talking about our beginning, because I know we had a few people on here like asking like, how do I start bankruptcy, low income, but that was our situation. Like we didn't have any money when we first started and we took out a high interest loan. We wouldn't do that now. But back when we started back in 2018, wholesaling and, the many ways that people are doing no money down strategies now wasn't really big back then. Like people weren't talking about wholesaling in 2018, you know, especially not no mobile homes,
Right.
right? Not in the mobile home sector. Like we heard about it even with traditional real estate, but even back then it was still kind of newer. It wasn't as like broadcasted, you know, like it is now. So we didn't know, you know, we took out a high interest loan. So I'm just saying all that to say that, you know, we were just like a lot of you. Look, hey, oh, that's our baby girl getting ready for bed. Oh, hi. She's smiling.
Shout out my in-laws in town.
Yes, holding it down.
This wouldn't be possible.
Okay, right. Right, you just told our secret. Like this would not be possible if it wasn't for my mommy and daddy came to visit us.
Y'all probably like, hold on, it's 10:50. Yes,
right. They like
she up.
She up. Right. She up. My daughter be outside. She up. She is up. She is outside. But yeah, no, I say all that to say that I want people to know that, because I know a lot of you guys are like, you know, how can I get started? Like I know we had, you know, a couple people on YouTube. Like I'm looking to see like how is mobile homes in 2025. Man, join the challenge. Like again, this is something that Byron and I are doing for 5 days. We're going to be talking about all things mobile homes, but all things mobile homes and what you need to be focused on now in 2025, right? Because we can tell you the A to Z, but you know, things change, the business has changed. There's plenty and many different ways for you to find deals and, you know, even do other strategies outside of just like wholesaling on how you can make additional income in this sector. And we'll be talking about all of that on our challenge. So again, I know Instagram, comment, kickstart, TikTok, link in the bio, YouTube and Facebook. The link should be in the comments. And man, we want to see y'all in there.
Oh, it's a fact, right? Like honestly, like here's the thing. The reason why, like Sharni said, we're going to give you a lot of it's going to be a lot of information. Right? We're going to give you some actionable steps in the challenge. But one, you know, one of the key things is about what action are you going to take? Right. Sometimes I think we get information and we like, okay, like we get a lot of information, and we like, well, that information didn't work. And it's like, well, did you work? Right. So that's the thing.
Good.
The reason why it's a challenge, because we want to challenge you to take the action of steps that we're giving you and go out and apply it. So for example, we Monday night class, I expect you to start doing some of the things on Tuesday. What happens to a lot of people is they're like, oh, well, my life is overwhelming, things like that. Even things that you can take 15 minutes to the side to do, and they wait to after and they have so much information. It's like, oh, well, I gotta, you know, and now it's just feeling overwhelming. Whereas if you take baby steps between each, you don't gotta listen. Rome wasn't built in a day, so you're not gonna just in 5 days and you think you're gonna just like be a pro. I always tell my students where it's like, you 5 days, you're an infant. Most babies can't even hold their head up 5 days. So you got to take the same time. But if you're willing to lock in, you can get your results on your timeline, right? Once you set your goals, when you set, you set your deadlines, and all a goal is just a target, right? Because your goal, let's say you got a buy win date, and your buy win date is, hey, I want to get my first deal by November 4th. But if you got the momentum, if you get a deal November 20th, that's still good because you still kept it up, right? So, that's what I'll leave with you on that one.
Yeah, and I would say for anybody that is joining the challenge, actually be on there with us, because I know a lot of people, they'll just purchase it and be like, oh, I'm gonna just watch the replay, I'm just gonna watch it in a couple of weeks. And it's like, no, because you're still gonna be stuck at the point that you're at right now. So I suggest that you guys really take the time to be on there with us for 5 days, because I feel that the information is going to be just transformational.
Absolutely. Derek said, can you teach people to begin mobile home investing in any part of the country? Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, right? Like that's, again, let me see. I think the only state we ain't helped nobody get a deal in is like Montana.
And like the Dakotas, like
Dakotas.
North Dakota.
No, we did have a student in South Dakota. They was there for like work. I remember that.
Okay.
I ain't remember Alaska yet.
No, we haven't, but every other state, yeah. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, so
yeah, man. So again, it's just, so how long would the classes be? Normally, classes would be an hour. Again, 5 days. We going in 5 days, and again, we're gonna give you information. Like Charlie said, when you first sign up, you're gonna get the deal analyzer. You're gonna get access into we created a community for y'all to be able to continue talking.
You get our buyer script.
I'll get a buyer script.
Yeah, so these are bonuses that you get. So I mean, we could just be charging $47 just for that alone. But you know, we are really giving you 5 days with us, honestly, for free, because even for our deal analyzer, that's, you know, hundreds of dollars value right there. So it's really a no-brainer just to come kick with us, and y'all see how fun we are. Like, we're gonna have fun too. Like, I'm all about having fun. So we gonna turn up, like we gonna learn, but we're going to have fun, and we're going to, you know, get through these mobile home deals together.
Absolutely, man. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all time for really, you know, tapping in with us. And, you know, as we talk again, we have some fun, talk about how do you balance love and business. We talked about our story, talked about how we were able to do, you know, some of these things, with, and just really balancing that. Again, we have a lot. I think it's been a while since we've been on here. So an hour ain't going to justify, so much not only has changed, but if you've been rocking with us from, like I said, 2018 and things like that, a lot of things have changed. If you have our early courses, like, a lot of things have changed. Like, this is the reason why we really want you to be able to come, come on, because definitely on the challenges, especially if you want to do this business, because there are many things that don't really, I'm gonna say they don't really work as efficient things that were in 2019, 2020 now.
So let me ask you this, and then we can close out. So give them one thing that we used to do, like you just talked about, in like 2018, right? From the beginning, that may not work as good in 2025. I'm going to say going into 2026, because it's already almost the end of the year.
So I would say just relying on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, Facebook was a gold mine. Like, where
Facebook was that girl back in the day. Like, Facebook was that one.
If the more deals you do, Facebook is a pay to play. At the end of the day, again, they know how powerful their platform is, and so with Facebook, you get a deal on Facebook nowadays, and you post it up. Some markets, I know, like, for example, I know Derek in South Carolina. Some markets, South Carolina, North Carolina, they get a decent amount of traction, but they slow down a lot of a lot of traffic. When it comes to Facebook, like, back in the day, you could just post it on Facebook, and that was it. But now you really have to be creative with both lead generation, with
finding buyers, with connecting with people. I feel like build a relationship with people that have buyers, and not being afraid to partner in 2025. I think a lot of people, like, you want to hold on to 100% of the deal, but you can have somebody in your area that has a buyer that's ready to go, but you don't want to split percentage. It's like, so now you're just saying, like, oh, this doesn't work. And, I don't want to, split. Like, you've had students tell you, like, well, I don't want to split percentage. And then now they stuck, when we had people that had buyers for them. So, yeah, I think it's just not being afraid to partner too. That's what I would say.
Yeah, fact. Shout out Miles, man. Shout out Miles, man. We'll see you on the challenge, Miles.
Oh,
let's get it.
We'll see you on the challenge. And anybody else, man, let us know if we'll see you on the challenge in a week. Man, we are looking forward to it.
Man, listen, like, and so, yeah, like, you just definitely made some very, valid points. And I think, like I said, things change, and you got to be able to evolve. Like, even with AI, like this, we one of the last sectors that a lot of AI is in this, but it is tools that you can use and leverage with AI that can make it a whole lot, smoother, man. So, again, those are the things that, for us, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you stay, updated, and give you the tools to continue to succeed. And one thing I would say, you just said it, that's what I think about the JV part, right? Here's the thing. Of course, anybody that you partner with, you want to make sure you get to know them, you want to build trust and things like that, right? But one thing, I'm always going to leave this with you, right? I'm going to start with, most people always go to the Jeff Bezos and the richest people in the world, right? Like, you think about and here's the thing. Yes, they only own a few, but if you look at most businesses, right, that have success, a lot of success is built on partnerships, right? They're built on partnerships. Even like for us, like our mobile home investments, we have a percentage of the portfolio. We don't need with 5 of them, right? It helps us to feel like 100%. We didn't have to go out there and be owner operators of 5 mobile home parks. Personally, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to go and check on mobile home parks every once a week, right? I'd rather it be something whereas I can, again, this asset, it comes with the management. It has the management. It operates themselves, right? We bought into businesses. And so when it comes to even mobile home investing, perfect example, right? If one of, let's say you're good at attracting buyers, right? You got a whole bunch of people lined up who need, but then you have somebody that you great at lead generation, and you have like y'all should work together because y'all can close more deals versus you trying to like if you don't have the other person, now guess what? You out there, you trying to find TikTok. They say live one in.
Hold on.
Oh, you gotta do the verification. Put a puzzle over. Oh, I guess on TikTok you gotta be pushing buttons and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. We still here, TikTok. Okay, so we back.
We gotta wave back and stuff.
Okay, let me see. Say hi. Hi, girl. Hey, Susan.
Yeah, we gotta learn this. Hey, anybody who's going TikTok live, send us a message. We need your help. We need to know how to do TikTok live.
Okay, because TikTok is all over the place.
We need to learn how to do this. Okay. So really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just saying you don't need to own the whole 100%. It's good to do percentages because that's the way you can move faster. Miles said, one of my tenants has an extremely high electric bill due to the window units. I was thinking I need to replace them for eco-friendly window units. Any thoughts? We're in Louisiana. Yeah, so I would tell you that is a good thing. Also, we want to check underneath the home and see, the vapor barrier may be unattacked. Like it could be some other gaps, right? So underneath, if that's insulated, you want to make sure that's insulated, making sure, and you can have a pro coming under there, a plumber or something like that, or somebody who specializes in that to see, because that could be another thing too, right? But windows is a key thing. Yeah. So as long as it's insulated, you can keep things out. But I will say a lot of times mobile homes sometimes do have higher electric bills. Because if you think about it, especially that is not to say it's tin, but it's aluminum, right? So it can get a little bit hotter in there. So, it's all about, the insulation inside. So definitely good question, y'all. So we gonna okay, so that mic had disconnected. Okay.
Yes, it's time to get off.
Right. It's like giving a sign.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't realize it was 11 o'clock. My daughter, she up turning up.
Facts. We're gonna have to go ahead and help. But no, listen, y'all. So again, this is definitely we appreciate y'all time. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Listen, love and business, they don't gotta compete, y'all. Like they can be together, right? As long as you're intentional of what you're doing, and you don't gotta force it, right? Your spouse, you don't have to necessarily work together. But again, it's always good to bring income into the household. If this is something that you want to do, whether you're working with a spouse, you're working with a family member, you're working with a partner, there should be a balance, right? Listen to each other. Don't try to be the dominating factor, and you're the only person who's always right. And the couples, take therapy.
Yes.
I
was gonna mention that earlier, but then we be all over the place talking. See, I'm on here now, so you probably feeling so like unorganized.
You see, I'm unorganized, but we definitely got an outline up here. Don't get it twisted. Okay. We stayed on schedule.
Therapy really helped us before we got married and after we got married. Therapy really helped us to be who we are today for each other.
And really, therapy was he was our coach, right? It was a coach, and that's the same thing in business, right? Like, you at times you may need a coach to be able to help you, or a mentor to be able to help you and guide you in different things that you may not see, right? That's what I always tell. Like a lot of times, that sometimes my mentees may see something. Like, I want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. But then it's just for me to give them a different lens to say, okay, well, you want to do it this way. Have you thought about this, and this? Like, okay, like I never thought about it like that, right? And so that's really a job as a coach. So listen, y'all, make sure y'all comment Kickstart on Instagram, TikTok, click the link in the bio. Facebook, YouTube. The link is in the chat, and the link will be in the description. Come on, 5 day challenge, man. We challenging you to get your first deal. All right. And then Derek said, after the 5 days, can people continue working with you all? Absolutely, right? If they need to go ahead and jump in the elite squad, we got them, right? We got something special we'll be rolling out, definitely for the people that came on that challenge. So good question, Derek.
Yeah, I love that. So, man, it's been fun. I might gotta hop back on here with you from time to time. Did y'all like this? The kind of marriage live, this relationship live, how we work together. We might have to come back on here and do some more of this. Hang out with y'all some more.
Absolutely.
Together. Oh.
Absolutely, y'all. Well, listen, God bless y'all. Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all night.
Yes. And we will see y'all soon.